So, Mutua, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Yes.
Going through the profile, your business is a model, or rather customer, more in the public sector. So what prompted this idea that you want to venture into the pension scheme and more so targeting the informal sector?
One word, diversification. Because like I said, what we said is that this company traditionally has done group life in the private sector, big schemes. So our portfolio is skewed towards group life more than retail. Yet retail is what we started with. So we feel that it has taken the back burner and we want to change the story. So the focus right now is we go retail. As of the end of this year, our plan is to ensure that we do 30% retail and 70% group life. The story has been different. We've been doing 80%, over 80% group life or 20% retail. And by our strategy, our 5-year strategy, which ends in 2024, we plan to end it at 40% retail and 50% group life. When it tilts eventually, I think as a company we'll be happy, where we are doing more retail business because it's more stable, it's more predictable. You know, when you have big schemes, then if a scheme was to exit and go to a competitor, then you shrink, and that's what we want to change. Number two, we want to be felt because when you sell to individuals, they feel you as a company. But when you sell to corporates, the person who knows you is probably the HR, the owners of the business. They're the ones who know that you've placed insurance with them. The common man, or rather the employee, may not interact with that scheme unless he retires, for instance, or in case there's death and there's a claim. So for us, we want to be felt more and more by the public. Yeah, so that's the intention of going of doing Kilele and the other products. Yes.
And perhaps my second question on this Kilele pension scheme.
Yes.
What would be the return in terms of, if I'm an individual, I'm joining at 20 years old, and I'm able to contribute perhaps 500 a month into the scheme, what would be the return? The minimum return perhaps that somebody...
Yes, I'll tell you about our guaranteed minimum and the practical average that we've been having. Our minimum is 5%. What we have filed is 5%, so we can't go below that in terms of what we declare to the customer. But on average, we have been averaging 11% for the last 5 years. So one can be sure if you are putting in 500 in a year, that is about is it 6,000? No, it's not 6,000, but 60,000, right? 6,000. So give it 5% guaranteed and 11% or thereabouts of 10%, then of course you're talking about 6,000 on top of what you're putting. And then the following year, whatever is interest, then also we continue earning interest over and above. So like I said, we are giving the common man the benefit of an investment expert. Because if I give you 500 today, you may not know how to invest it. You could gamble with it and it is gone. Yes. But if you put it under Kilele, then of course there's that benefit that I am going to give you return at the end of the day. Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely, that's awesome. Now, how does not to venture outside the Kilele?
Yes.
When you look at the insurance sector, there's a lot of opportunities, but you find that our entrepreneurs are not focusing onto this insurance. Perhaps like maybe I want to be a broker or even an agent for any insurance company. So what can be done in order for Kenyans who are the entrepreneurial drive to venture into the insurance sector? And what are the opportunities?
What I can tell you for a fact is that insurance has a lot of potential in this country. Because when you compare us with developed economies, we actually are doing very little compared with what can be done. Why? Because the public has not been very, very receptive about insurance. We happen to be a society that believes in social insurance. Whenever something happens to me, we come together and support one of us. In case there's death, we contribute and give a fitting send-off to the one who has died. In case of retirement, somebody has retired, he had not planned well about it in his life, then you will find that what we do is that a brother, an uncle, or somebody comes in and actually takes these children to school. That is definitely changing. The society is actually changing. People are becoming more and more individualistic. So the future is that people now will be focusing on themselves. And the insurance is actually bringing, or rather brings that solution to you. The other thing you've said about what are the potentials in terms of entrepreneurs. We are saying insurance, those people who have been selling insurance, they are the best paid. They are the best paid in our economy. Most of them, those who excel and understand how it is done, they actually do very well, because our business is commission based. You put in your money, or rather you collect every month from the client, and then the insurer will definitely give you something over and above. So we are doing sensitization as an industry. As a company, we are trying to talk to the public, so to understand what insurance is about, so that we get more and more people being receptive about it. And definitely for young people, this is we are preparing the ground for them to be able to get in and actually run with it. So we encourage actually the young people to join in the insurance and be trained. It takes time, because somebody will come in, say maybe for a year, and think that he has done it, he knows what insurance is, but he hasn't. It takes time for you to understand how insurance is sold and how to even serve the customer, because in the end is actually service. Actually, those who do well in actually selling insurance are those who actually give proper service. Because I started by saying people are not very receptive about insurance. Why? Because they have this feeling that insurance do not keep their word, which is not true. They actually keep their word. What there is a lot of misunderstanding when probably a claim has come to bear, and for some reason or other we cannot pay the claim. So there was maybe traditionally a gap in knowledge that the public needs to know that for a policy to pay, you need to be paying your premiums. So maybe somebody has passed on and he had only paid a premium, 2 or 3 premium 3 years ago. And then the family comes across the document and brings it to the insurance company. They pay this claim. Then, of course, they find that it can't be paid. Why? Because the policy was enforced. So we need to do a lot as an industry to make sure that the public understands what it is. And what we are doing is that as a company, we are taking advantage of informing our customers as much as possible through SMSs, through emails, on a daily basis. In case we pay a premium, you get an SMS telling you that your policy is now paid up to this date. All this is to ensure that we work with you and you understand this product. In case it eventually becomes a claim, then you know that you are good to be paid. Yes.
And apart from being a sales agent, what are other key areas perhaps that young Kenyans can tap into? Yes,
there are opportunities in the industry, because you can go to the one, if you are in the university, you could pursue insurance option and you'll be able to work in the insurance company. There is actuarial. There's a lot of actuarial opportunities. So those people who are actually studying actuarial and excelling in it, they are getting opportunities within the industry. Then, of course, there is there are now those who probably may want to go to the College of Insurance and also cement their knowledge of insurance, so that they are able to get opportunities within insurance. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Karibu sana. Asante. Okay.